Hi everyone and welcome back to ZB Monologue. Remember, if you haven't subscribed as yet, please hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, okay? So today we're having breakfast. We're having soup for breakfast. So Zaya is here and then I'm just recording. So we're going to be talking about my labor story, how I gave birth to Zaya. All right? Ready for this? Okay. So let's rewind to October 11. October 11 was my due date, right? So I expected, I should be feeling contractions right now, but nothing, right? So I had a doctor's appointment that day, and that is not the coronavirus. It's just a cough, right? So anyway, so I went to the doctor's appointment, and because I was having no symptoms of labor, the doctor gave me a cervix sweep, where she literally just swept the cervix like this, right? So as I was going home, I started feeling contractions. I'm like, yeah, I eat this, yeah man, right? So anyway, I went home, and that Friday night, because it was a Friday, I believe, I was feeling some contractions, and I'm like, yeah, she needs to come now. And the funny thing about it is that Brian's mom, Brian is my hubby for those who don't know, Brian's mom, her birthday is October 11. So I'm like, it would be so cool if Zoya, because part of her name is Grace, which I'll explain in another video maybe, and they share the same name, could actually share the same birthday. So I'm like, that would be so cool, right? But anyway, so it started, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to call the doctor. And the doctor is like, no, you're so far away. You need to be having 511. You need to be having contractions, 5 lasting you need to be having contractions every 5 minutes, lasting for 1 minute for 1 hour, 511. So I'm like, okay. At that time I was having contractions like every 20 minutes it would come, and it would last for like sometimes 1 minute 30 seconds, 1 minute, or even 30 seconds. So she's like, no, you need to do it when it's 511. So I'm like, okay. So she's like, take some gravel, take some Tylenol, go to sleep. I'm like, sleep in this pain? Listen, you see the pain is like period pain, menstrual pain times 50,000, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try. So we were there, Brian and we were there saying, yeah man, Zaya going come, everything. So we slept through the night, and it was Saturday, nothing. I'm like, was I really having contractions in the first place? Like, was I really having contractions? Because contractions don't, like Zaya say, no, I'm not ready to come out. So I'm like, okay, normal day, Saturday. Sunday morning, contractions start again. So I'm gonna say, oh, what is for me? But anyways, contractions start again, and it was so powerful and so painful, right? But it never did come 511. So I'm like, this is just ridiculous. But the doctor is like, if you come to the hospital, they're going to send you back home because you're not ready, right? And then you don't want them to induce labor. So just stay, and when it's 511, you definitely know that you should come in. So the entire Sunday, I just feel my belly button ripping out and everything, right? Monday morning, Brian's like, yo, I don't know if I forgot work. But I'm like, I don't know if I forgot work either, because Monday morning the contraction stopped, right? So I'm like, this on and off thing is just beyond me. So anyway, Brian, no, he went to work. Everybody went to work. And I was the only one at home. So some contractions started licking when me alone the day at the house, you know. And I'm like, no, Zaya, may you try stay until your father come, because I am not calling no 911 ambulance to come for me. You get me? And me forgot a baby by myself in our new country. None of my family them that here. Right? Sasha, your mommy, anybody who knows, you know, that's my mother and my sisters, right? Sasha, them the day here, me forgot a baby by myself. So I'm like, Zaya, whatever you do, you're staying inside until your father come 5 o'clock, right? So I say, whatever pain I have that day, I just ignore it because it's not labor pain, right? So anyway, I ignored it until the evening, and I'm there and I'm like, yeah, your father come, you can come now, right? So anyways, I say, yeah, I'm ready for the baby now. When I say I'm ready for it, it's like my mind decides, say, alright, yeah. Oh, I should say that before, I was so adamant that Zoya needed to come October 11 that I... Please sit down and eat. Please sit down. You haven't finished that yet. Oh yeah, she has finished. I did so many things to naturally induce labor, right? I ate spicy stuff, papaya, peanuts, everything that Google said, I did it, right? So anyways, this was 5 o'clock, Brian was home, and I'm like, yeah, baby ready for come now, right? But nothing really happened, but I was having contractions really badly. So now 9:45 come, right? And I went to the bathroom and I felt like a gush, right? So that is my my water broke, and then it wasn't clear. So the doctor is like, if your water breaks and it isn't clear, call us immediately and come to the hospital immediately, right? So it wasn't clear, so I had to go to the hospital immediately. And then when I went to the hospital, I reached before my doctor, so I was just waiting on the doctor and just chilling in the waiting room and thing, right? So my doctor came like about 45 minutes later, so that's 10:30, right? 10:30, yeah. So you're following the timeline, right? So when I went, when the doctor came 10:30, I was in my clothes that I came to the hospital in. And then, you want to come out? Stand, get up, get up, get up, yeah. Yeah. So I was in my clothes that I came to the hospital in, and she looked at me and she's like, you need to get into labor right now. You need to get a bed right now because the baby's head is literally coming. So we're like, okay. So I didn't even get the opportunity to change in like a gown, right? So she literally just pulled on my pants, put me on a bed and be like, this baby is about to fall out any minute and we can't afford for the baby to fall out on the floor. And then Zaya, she defecated inside of me. She couldn't wait, obviously, right? So they said that they needed to get her out immediately. So she's like, push, right? And then everything happened in like 15 minutes. So basically I gave birth in like 15 minutes, right? So anyways, 15 minutes or 20 minutes, right? Because Zaya was born 10:50 p.m. and the doctor came 10:30 and said I must push. But anyways, yes. So I'm there and I'm pushing and she said push, right? Listen, I felt such excruciating pain that I've never felt in my entire existence. I'm like, yeah man, I dead. I say I can't do it. All the people them do it before me. Like how people go through this labor pain and don't dead. I'm like, Brian, I can't do this. I'm not gonna make it, you know. Like in my head, I'm like, yeah man, I eat this, I dead no, right? But the doctor is like, yeah, you can do it. Brian in. Right? In the over my back. He's like, Munch, me can go outside. I'm like, no, stay in here, so I'll stay see what you do to me, right? So he's like, all right, we can't stay up here. Because up here meaning if you can stay like when my head there. So I'm like, no, go down there so with the doctor there and look and see so you come out of me. You understand? You need to see what you do to me. So he's like, he can't manage. But anyways, he stayed, right? And so he actually saw Zaya coming out of my vagina, and he's like, yo, he's never going to be the same again. Come here, where you going? You want a toy to play with? Hold on. Yeah, so he's like, so anyways, the doctor is like, push, right? So okay, so I pushed. And then Zaya came out, right? And then the doctor is like, Daddy, do you want to cut the umbilical cord? But Brian was so messed up at that stage, right? He's like, no, you can do it. And then Zaya came, anticlimactic. But yeah, but everything happened in 15 minutes. Listen, I not even get epidural, not even Isomate, Tylenol, Advil, Panadol 500, not even a pain pill I got because of how quickly she was coming and how you know, they needed to get her out immediately, especially since she defecated inside of me, and you know, the entire thing with the, you know, all of those things, right? So leading to this, leading to that, right? We got discharged, but then we had to immediately go back to the hospital because she ingested some of my blood, and I am O positive and she's AB or something like that, right? But anyways, we had blood incompatibility, and because of that she got a specific kind of jaundice that was so crazy. Okay, Zaya obviously doesn't want to be a part of this recording, so I'm just going to let her roam. She got jaundice, and it was so bad that we had to be admitted for a week, 2 weeks in the NICU. Aftermath with NICU was not nice at all, you know, because I was recovering. It was a natural birth. The whole of me did tear out, sorry to be graphic, but I mean, and then I couldn't come home to rest. I had to be at the hospital breastfeeding every 2 hours, waking up, going from my room to NICU, and her jaundice, what you call it, levels kept fluctuating high and high and high, and you know, they were saying it could cause brain damage. And being a new mom, it was just really stressful for me at that time. I experienced moments where I literally just started crying, like just I would be laughing at a text I got and then just immediately start crying. It was just, I think I had baby blues, I believe, and it was just a really stressful time. And that's why I just really have to give props to the mothers who, you know, have C-section, the single mothers who are doing this alone, right? Because Brian had to go to work in the days and then come back to the hospital every night. But at least I knew that I had support. I had that person with me, right? So it was just full. Thinking about it, there are so many other complications that other children go through, right? And jaundice is not really a big one, but when you're in the situation, you can't see beyond the situation. And jaundice was a really big thing for me, knowing that, you know, I have no control over the situation, and that I don't know if my baby is going to be okay. But everything worked out well. Thank God I didn't have postpartum depression, but I did have some baby blues. And at the end of the day, when I was going home to the hospital, I'm like, are you guys really leaving me with this baby? Like, this is not a plant. This is not a plant that if it dies, I can just replace it. And I'm like, oh, really? I'm gonna make me go home with this picnic? but eventually you figure it out. You make mistakes, and you know, you just hope to God that you did it right. And so far I'm doing right. I'm doing good, I believe. So that is my birth story the day before. Zoya seen a bird, so she's saying bird. You see the bird? That is my before, during, and after. Many of my friends have asked my labor story, and I keep writing it. So this is my uneventful labor story, which I'm grateful for, because I never wanted an eventful one. Eventful would mean complications and whatever, and I'm really glad that I gave birth so quickly. That is it. That is how I gave birth to Zoya May in 15 minutes flat. I am a champion. Champion. Not even icy mint. Not even, you want to tell them hi? Not even Wrigley's. Nothing I had. If any mothers are watching this, mothers to be are watching this, don't worry. Don't watch any birth videos. Don't do it. Your body is equipped. Your body was designed to give birth. Don't worry about it. At the time when you're going to give birth, your body will know what to do. You don't need to talk about the hosta, all of those things. But if you do it, that's great. Prep work is nice. But your body knows how to prepare for a baby. And remember, many women have done this before you. Like, so many women. Starting with our dear Mary. Right? Many persons have done it before. And you can do it too. So don't worry. You got this. Thank you for tuning in. This is the end of our episode for CB Monologue, and we're going to see bye-bye. Say bye-bye. She can't behave like she's shy, see? Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Mwah. Give them a kiss.
Like that.
Give them a kiss again. Bye-bye.